Paul, hugely disappointing afternoon result and performance.
Yeah, I can take, unlucky results or defeats, but our performance level was substandard today. Like collectively, really, we had a couple of players that were performing well, but collectively, we were miles off the standards I think we've set ourselves. So I didn't see it coming. They've trained really well this week. They've been really upbeat and positive, but we just didn't have any dynamic part of our play today, which is odd because I think that's like one of our strengths. But we didn't create enough chances to win the match, which is hugely disappointing. Even more so at home. We just didn't really turn up. We tried to change a few things on the side. Obviously, we changed the shape. We, spoke to them at half time, and we got some reaction in the second half. But when it really came down to it, I just didn't think we won. And sometimes it's as simple as this. I just didn't think we won as many duels. I just thought we looked a little bit soft, which I haven't said before, and it's something obviously we need to address, because if you're going to win games, there's different ways to win, but you've always got to, match the intensity of the opposition. And today, I don't think we did.
First goal, both goals probably disappointing. First goal though, they kind of cut through you, didn't they?
Yeah, I haven't seen it back. I just remember the sick feeling at the time. It just looked very easy to get through us, which was disappointing. And I think, one of the runners has come off the back of one of our players, which is, again, disappointing. But, I thought we started the game well. We had a couple of moments. Thought like Pato might nick us a goal, and then Mendes had a good bit of play, but it just wasn't enough. You need to have, 8, 9, 10 of them moments in a game, not like 2 or 3. So there's a well-worked goal and a well-taken goal, but I don't normally see our team get carved open like that.
Got back into it, maybe fortuitously.
Very fortuitously. I thought it was. I definitely thought it was a foul. That's my honest opinion. I'll tell you if I didn't, but I thought it was a foul, and I was just quite happy to get back and start the kick-off. And I honestly thought from there that was a good what's the word I'm looking for? Like a bit of pressure off the team, if you know what I mean. So now, you got back into it. Now let's go on and win the game. And I honestly thought we would. I don't think our keeper had loads to do in the second half, although we did have to defend a lot of corners and that. But generally speaking, we didn't have a lot to do. And to concede the second goal the way we did was like obviously a sucker punch, and it felt like it was a sucker punch too many for our lads to come back from. That's how it felt. It might not be the case, but that's how it felt at the time.
Yeah, getting that goal, as you say, fortuitously, that's where you want to go, okay, maybe we got away with one a little bit here, let's push on. But, there just wasn't enough pressure on their back line. Their goalkeeper was a... No,
I don't think we had enough shots. I don't think we had enough bodies in the box. I don't think we had enough crosses. I didn't think our set pieces were successful. We didn't really ask enough questions on them. That's my honest opinion, and that's on me. I'm the one who oversees everything, and, it's just hugely disappointing. Like I said, I didn't see it coming. And even after we'd scored, we just didn't have enough of our attacking players really on song. That's what it felt like. It's like everyone had an off day at the same time, and you might be able to carry 1 or 2, but like today, we had a few who were just off it, and we tried to change it from the side as best we could and tried to inject it, but we just didn't have enough, and that's the honest truth.
Obviously, when you came in, you were talking about wingers and getting high up the pitch and being, a strong team mentally, physically, and at times
we weren't. No, I agree, and it's a nice way to put it, because I do agree that's as far away from a team performance that I'd expect from our team. So it was disappointing. I expect us to be physically strong. I expect us to run past players. I expect us to put crosses in the box. I expect us to get shots, and we had none of that. And I completely agree. I didn't come in and say it as like hope, fingers crossed that will happen. I had complete, trust in what we've done in years gone by. That's how our teams play, and we've gone from being like defensively really sound to looking a little bit open, and especially in transition. But also the disappointment for me was that when we did get up the pitch, we just didn't get enough numbers in and around it. That's what it felt like. It felt like we attacked with 3 and defended with 8. So they're the things we're going to have to address. And no one's expecting us to just turn up every week and people are going to lay down and get their belly rubbed. And today I thought they were excellent. They didn't recycle the ball. They just kept, trying to play forward. The strikers caused problems with our centre halves. That's the truth. They had midfield runners picking up second balls, and everything. What was good about them was, poor about us. That's the honest truth. So that's like the worst performance I've witnessed from us as a group, and we need to change and change quick.
Do you think about mixing it up a little bit? I mean, obviously there's a few players out injured.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about Aaron Collins because he was missing today. That's the first point, I suppose. But also the shape. I mean, you're very much a forward back, but
well, I mean, in fairness, I'm not stupid enough to think that no matter what, I'm going to stay to the same shape. If it needs, it goes to a 3. That's absolutely fine. We played with 3 here last year, so it'd be nice to get some more of the defenders back and the fullbacks back. Because I thought, in fairness, probably our 2 better players today were our fullbacks, and one's a right winger and one's a centre mid. So it would be nice to have some bodies back. But we are limited by how we play, by what we have currently fit. But look, I don't care how it looks. It doesn't bother me. I'm not a football snob. I'm not like, we have to stick to this method. If it needs a 3 or if it needs us to play with wing backs and not wingers, then that's what we're going to have to do. And it's just about trying to win games. And today we thought we were set up in a way to win a game, but obviously you've watched it like I have. In the end, we weren't good enough.
And Aaron Collins, another spell on the sidelines.
Yeah, unfortunately, Aaron was training Thursday, just the start of the session, and he twisted up with Aaron Nemain. It's an absolutely innocuous thing, but he's damaged his hamstring tendon, so he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. We thought it was going to be 10 to 12, but we got told today it's 6 to 8, which is positive, but not obviously. So he's a big miss. Obviously, he got through. He hasn't had any leg issues, so he's done loads of training, and he played midweek. So to lose him is a blow. However, we've still got plenty in the dressing room for, in my opinion, to be more competitive than what we were today. We're not a one-man team, obviously, but today we definitely came short. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it.
You're still unbeaten away from home. But the home form is obviously, it's 4 defeats now in a row. So, but away, I mean, some managers start going in hotels on Friday nights and going in the away dressing room and all that type. We're probably a little way away from that yet, are we?
Yeah, we're not going to stay in Liverpool and drive down here for a home game. But I did mention it in the dressing room. I don't want it to be, like all the elephant in the room and don't mention it, because once you mention it, it comes true. It has come true. We've been poor at home. I don't think our fans, unfortunately, haven't seen the best of our team apart from maybe one game. So I didn't think we were bad against Oldham, and I didn't think we were bad against Walsall, and that's why today's result and performance is such a surprise to me, because like I said, I didn't see it coming. I'm not arrogant. I don't think we're the best team in the league or anything crazy like that at the moment, but I did think there was some really positive signs. But today it's very difficult to pick positives out of it.
Thank you.
And just to sort of add misery to it, Luke Offord sending off at the very death a player who's probably been one of your most consistent this season. Yeah,
it's disappointing. Obviously, I thought both yellow cards were really soft. I don't know if there's a I don't want to say what I was going to say then, but yeah, it's disappointing. He has been excellent. He's played virtually every minute in every game, and I think what could go wrong possibly did go wrong today, and it's probably summed up with Mr. Reliable getting sent off. So disappointing.
It just felt like the midfield were breezed through at times. I mean, you've asked for physicality in there, but for me, it looked like there wasn't much resistance for Accrington.
No, there wasn't. You're correct there. There wasn't enough resistance. It was the same team that performed really well at Chesterfield. So I thought at home we'd have more of the ball and we'd be able to play, and we could flip from 2-6 to 2-8 at times, and it didn't really happen. I just felt that the 2-6s ended up coming a little bit too deep for the ball and into the back four, which didn't flow, and then the distances between them and the strikers when the ball went up to the front line was too great, and that's how it felt. And I'll watch it back, I could be wrong, I'm just being as candid as I can with you. I just felt that the gaps were big, and then in duels all over the pitch we were pretty unsuccessful for a team that sets out to win. I just don't think we won enough duels, enough second balls, enough. We never sort of came out with it and then, right, here we go, we're on the attack. I just didn't think we did that today. And that is, and I'm not just saying the midfield, I think that's collectively throughout the team. We just didn't have that inject of pace or aggression that we look for.
We spoke on Thursday, didn't we, about the home form and the concerns that you have for it. Do you think it's maybe, you guys spend all day here when you're coming to and from training, there's not a base away from Stadium MK. Do you think there's almost a comfort factor when you're at Stadium MK?
I don't know. I mean, that's a player you can ask a question. A question you can ask a player. I don't honestly know. I just think that sometimes football games come down to tactics or nuances or brilliant set pieces, and sometimes it comes down to the good old-fashioned effort, running and tackling and all that. And I just thought that that's what let us down today, really. I don't think technically there was much between the teams. I just felt it looked like they were just a little bit more on the front foot than us, which is disappointing. And if it is because but I don't think so. And in fairness, if that was the case, this team would never win a home game. And previous teams that have got promoted to the champ here, they had the same thing. So I wouldn't use that as an excuse. I just felt that. And I would say, I just thought that we had just too many of our key players just not right at it today.
We've talked so often about the injuries and about you getting reinforcements back, but obviously losing Aaron now, that's another player who you're going to be without. And when you look over your shoulder and you think you're looking for game changers, another one sideline.
Yeah, I mean, ours is something special. I mean, in fairness, against the cup game the other night. Against West Ham, like second half, he's picking the ball up, going past people like they're standing still. So obviously he's a massive blow. He was a big signing for us in the summer. However, the 7, 8 games previous to today, we haven't had him either. So it's not, an excuse today. We had more than enough on the pitch and on the bench to be more competitive than what we were. There's no guarantee on scoreline, but just the general performance was disappointing. And that's something I'm going to have to live with over the weekend and watch back. And I speak to the owner about it and a sporting director and all my staff, because that isn't a level that we, want to see or find acceptable. So I don't want anyone to think I'm leaving the ground today going, oh, we're unlucky, we got back to 1-1. I definitely do not. I'm hugely disappointed and want it to change and change fast.